Hey guys, so we just finished up the title page. So I have my title page across the bottom. And now what I want to do is I want to start my sketch with my 30-degree lines. So the way I'm going to do that is remember if you put 0 on one line and 12 at the other, you can't see the 12, but see how I have 0 right there. And if we go up on the 12, if I put the 12 on the line, so I have it on the top and bottom line. Remember, we can come back to 6 because that's half of 12. Whoops. Come back to the 6. We can put a mark, right? And that divides my page perfectly in half. So if we look up here, that divided my page perfectly in half. So now I'm going to just drop, oops, I clicked out while I was grabbing the thing. There we go, we're back. Okay, so I'm going to make sure my T-square is tight on the side of my table. Come down a little bit. I'm actually down here is where I want the line. So I'm just going to draw that line. I'll erase my little mark. I don't need that anymore. And then what I want to do is I'm going to come up from the top of my thing. Let's go half an inch. Okay, so I came up from the bottom half an inch. And then that little point right there is going to be the point where I start all of my 30-degree angles from. So let's do that. I'm going to go this way, bring my triangle in. Remember, we always overextend it. And then just nice light pencil mark. And then I'll flip it. And I'll go back this way. Nice light pencil mark. Just extend the length. Okay. And then this line is actually going to be high enough for me because this is a 1-to-1 ratio drawing. And we actually decided that this was only going to be 1/8 of an inch tall. This outside piece. So I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch. I'll zoom in. So there's our 1/8. So the first tick there is 0. And then the next tick is 1/16. And then we're at 1/8. Okay. So we got 1/8 marked out. And now the next thing I'm going to do is mark 5 inches. So I'm going to start at the 0. I'm going to come up to 5 inches. Make a mark. Same thing going this way. Except this time I'm going to kind of do it. Sorry, I got to get my ruler under there. Kind of in reverse. So my 5 is going to go on the 0 line. Oops, seeing if I can get that to be a little better. The 0 line. And then I use 0 to make my mark at this end. Okay. So from there, those sides need to get drawn up just a little bit. So I'll slide you over here. So from that mark I just made, I'm going to draw a vertical line. Come to this side, draw a vertical line as well. Okay. And in this drawing, we decided that 1/8 is how thick this thing's going to be. So I can use my triangle to carry that 1/8 all the way across my paper. This is going to be the base. So let's draw this one, 1/8 all the way across my paper. Okay, and then I need to draw the back side, right? So now that we have all that in, I can get my square here, or my triangle. I'm going to draw this top line, just overextend it. Notice how I went from the top line here, if I zoom in. Okay, so this was our baseline, this bottom one. And I actually did this one from the top one because technically we can't see like this one would go kind of a dotted in behind there, right? So we can't actually see that one. That one's in the 3D space. All right, so let's do the same over here. From the top line, overextend it. Okay, and then I can just go back and erase this. Perfect. I'll erase this center line. Don't need that. Okay, so I just have a nice, very long, very flat piece, just like this. So you can see, whoops, this is our thing that we're drawing. Right here, we've drawn this skinny piece. Now we're gonna have to draw the tube on, okay? So to do that, it was at 4.5 inches from center. So what I'm gonna do is find the center of this because I know that it's 5.5. Oops, we want to stay in the call here. Because I know that we're 5.5, I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna go from 0, or sorry, it's 5. I'm gonna go to 2.5. Make a mark. Also gonna go 2.5 this way and make a mark. Okay, and then I'm just gonna draw these lines very lightly all the way across our square here. That's all the way across. Flip. All the way across. Okay, so now you can see that we have a center point, right? That's going to be the middle of our circle. So from that center point, the next thing we did was from the inside out, or from side to side, it was 4.5. So 4.5 divided by 2 is 2.25. So we're going to go to 2.25 to 0. And we'll go this way. From the center, we're going to go 2.25. And we may as well do it here too. From the center, 2.25. From center, oops, from center, 2.25 to the 0. Okay, so just like that. Now what I want to do is I want to draw from that point. I want to come up to the height that we were supposed to come up. And I believe that that was 1.5 inches. So I'm going to take my ruler. Actually, I should draw a straight line. So let's draw a straight line first. Draw the straight line up from that point. Okay, and I want to measure that to be 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches at the top there. Okay, we're going to do that to all of these marks that we have, except for that back corner. So this one, draw a nice light mark. We're going to draw 1.5 inches. 1.5 there. And then the back one, we also have to come up 1.5 inches. So we'll put that on there. Make sure T-square is nice and tight. Draw a line, 1.5 inches. Okay, and then the last one, same thing. Draw it up 1.5 inches. Oops, flipping around here. Okay, then I didn't teach you guys this. I didn't teach you guys how to draw circles, but really we have to draw an ellipse. So what I'm actually going to let you do is just eyeball. Okay, so I'm going to start eyeballing a nice ellipse. where I think the ellipse should go. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm just connecting these dots. So then this one is going to come down around. So this one's kind of flatter. Maybe just a touch more. And then around. So the reason I do these short little strokes while I'm doing this is because I can change angles by doing the short strokes. And this would work better if this camera wasn't in my way. I would be able to draw a nicer looking ellipse. But and I think this one I came out too far. If I pull this one in, it will look much better. There we go. So I erase that. Okay. So we can see that we've drawn an ellipse. What I'm going to do from here is erase all the stuff in the middle, because that's the stuff that we don't care about. Because now that this circle's in the top in our way, we technically can't see any of this stuff. Okay, the reason it looks so funny right now is because we also have to draw down from the furthest edge, and actually we probably should just do this with our triangle. We're going to draw down. I'm going to come over to this edge of my triangle, or edge of my circle, and I'm going to draw this one down. Okay, from here, I'm just going to eyeball the rest of this ellipse. So it should come through this point, right there. It should come pretty tight across the front. And then around to that point, and then finish on that edge there. And then technically, the rest of this stuff is all gone as well. So we can see our little ellipse. Erase that. These lines on the side stay because they're solid lines, right? They're a solid line that we see from the side of our circle there. Okay? Then again, the rest of this, I'm just going to pick a center point. That looks pretty centered to me. Then what I'm going to do is I should be able to draw a line through there. I should be able to draw a line across. Okay. Then I should believe be able to draw a line across with my 30 degrees. And then again across with my 30 degrees. Okay, just like that. And then technically, in our drawing, we had 16 squares. So this would actually be 22.5 degrees. And that's half of 45. And I don't have a 22.5 degree triangle that we could use. So we're back to eyeballing. I want you to just divide all these little pieces of pie equally. Oh, and I guess this one can go straight through. Okay, just like so. Put this one right through the middle, divide them equally, draw a line. This one right through the middle, divide them equally, draw a line. Okay, and then technically, in our thing, this would be kind of shaded in, right? So you can go in and shade these in, shade every other one in, just slightly so that you have an idea of what you just drew. An old drawing trick is to take your finger and just kind of smudge it and See how that gets rid of the lines and just kind of makes a nice